Browns who could be on the trade block. And this is from Dawg Pound Daily. Number 3, Joshua Dobbs, quarterback. Number 2, safety Ronnie Harrison. And number 1, a running back, Dearness Johnson. And Casey, the guy that is intriguing there is Dearness Johnson. If somebody kind of overwhelms you with a guy who can help out at a position you think you need help out at, because this guy, when given the opportunity, he's shown he can be, a second back, an RB2, maybe even an RB1 if you give him enough work.
Yeah, Dearness Johnson, the name that jumps off right there. He's definitely on the trading block. Like he dressed last week, 0 carries. They just don't have the carries to give him. They'd be pulling Hunt or Chubb off the field, and that's just not going to happen right now. Now, if in the next week an injury happens to one of those two, then we're not talking about getting rid of Dearness Johnson. But as it stands right now, that's an asset that he's only going to be here this year, so he's going to leave after this year, and you're going to get nothing for him. So they would be in their best interest to try to move him to get recruit whatever you can, whether it's a player now or a future asset. Because if not, that's just an empty spot on your roster. And he's super talented. I love Dearness's game, but it's not going to benefit this team right now. And even after what Ford showed us in the preseason, there's something there with him too. So there's just not enough spots. So he looks like he's going to be left out of the musical chair game. But when I look at that list, Ronnie Harrison is somebody that going into the season I thought could be on that list. But given all the injuries at linebacker right now, I hold on to Harrison. He's a guy that you can bring down in the box to be that extra rover. And he excels in that area. He's really good inside the box. So I think you might see an extra dosage of him this week if he is fully healthy.
Yeah, and again, they got to figure out what you do run-wise. A very different running back for the Falcons in Cordell Patterson as well. That's a guy that kind of runs upright. He's a former wide receiver, but, man, he's effective running the football.
Yeah, he's had quite a renaissance in his career. When I look at him, I kind of feel bad for the opportunity that Josh Cribbs never got. They're the same kind of athlete, and they kept that square peg in a round hole thing where they tried to make him a receiver. Well, someone finally realized with Patterson, hey, let's just get the ball in this young man's hands from behind the line of scrimmage and see what he can do. You've already seen what he does in broken field runs. Let's see what he can do. And you got to take that threat serious. He is an NFL running back. It isn't a flash in the pan. He did this last season as well. So it's crazy that this late in his career, he's finally getting this opportunity, but he's taking it and run with it.